It's an honor to be here. I haven't given a presentation in 4 minutes in the last 10 years, so I hope I'll be able to do it. So I'll go serious. My name is Fabrizio Capobianco. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. As Marco said, I was the CEO of Funambl, company I started in 2002, raised $40 million here in Silicon Valley. We focused our effort on building something like iCloud, but it works across devices, and we did that 10 years before Apple actually built iCloud. The strange thing about Funambl is that the headquarters is here, and I hired the management team here, but the development center is in Italy, where we still have over 60 people developing one of the best software there is out there. We have millions, actually tens of millions of users. And a couple of years ago, I got bored, which happens quite often, and I hired a CEO, and I took the president and chairman job, and I kept my salary, which was a smart move. And for the last 2 years, I've been thinking about what I could do next and trying to find out what's the next big thing. I've been lucky enough that my first company, started in '94, was the first web company in Italy, and so I kind of sensed the internet pretty early. Then I did an intranet company in '97, then a mobile cloud company in 2002. So what I know is that I can get trends, tend to get them too early. So this time I said, okay, let's get something that starts now. And I concluded that what is next is television, which is kind of weird because television has been around 70 years. But right now, TV is getting connected to the rest of your house. So you can watch TV and you can watch it with friends. Either the TV is connected or you have something in your lap, which is a tablet, an iPad, or a phone, and you can watch TV, getting content about what you're watching, and watching with someone else. So our goal is to make sure you never watch TV alone. We started with sports because I spent the last 2 years trying to find out how this will work, watching sports on TV. And the first thing we've done in October was baseball. So let me show you a video of how that works.
Frank loves baseball. So do Leslie and Tom, his siblings. So does Paul, his dad. That's the reason why they love to spend a chunk of their free time at the ballpark, eating Cracker Jacks, wolfing down hot dogs, and even watching the game. Sometimes. Well, that was 1986. A few things have changed since then. The kids left the nest, chasing good opportunities around the country. A new variety of interests took over their days, and new friends entered their lives. Yet some passions have remained the same. A few more things have changed since those good old days. Frank had the opportunity to land a great job, earn some cash, and met Mr. Mustang, Tina, Toby, and Timmy. Yeah, great. But something is missing in Frank's life, until now. Now Frank can watch baseball on TV, and using this free iPad app, he can talk to his friends and see stats about the game. Ever wonder who is coming up next? Who is number 55? No distracting texts or tweets, just the voices of his buddies, so they can finally yell, "Home run!" together again. Virtual Cracker Jacks and hot dogs? Stay tuned.
All right, so what's different between this Talk TV and other second screen apps or social TV apps is really voice. There are a couple of things you want to do when you watch TV. One is there is something that is missing on TV. So if you watch a baseball game, you want to know what's coming up next. If you're watching Formula One, you want to see where the cars are and what's the time for that car. And if you're watching the Oscars, you want to know who's that actor and when he was born. And she's looking pretty old. She must be older than me. And so those are the things you want to know. And then you want to talk to someone. So today, if you're watching a game, if you're watching sports, if you're watching anything, what you do when there is a score, you yell "goal," and then you reach out to your smartphone and you text "goal," which is kind of depressing. And we think that what you want to do when there is a goal is to yell "goal." And so we want voice. And we found out that voice is actually the best medium to share emotions. You want to talk to someone, and you want to yell "goal" together. So you are here. My father is in Italy. My brother is in Mozambique. And we watch a game together, and we yell together. The good thing about voice is that it fits the passive nature of TV. So you can actually take the iPad and put it on the side, and you keep watching the game, and you keep yelling at the referee. And also, you can read your email while you talk to your friends and you watch TV, which is actually something pretty strange. And so we think this is going to be particularly big because TV is still something that we spend 3 hours a day with. I know it sounds strange, but the average in the US is actually 5 hours. And it's not going down, in particular for live events. So we started with baseball, did a test, tried this out, and found out that the average time spent by a user on our app was 57 minutes per game. And that means we're getting something right, because people start talking and they don't stop. And then we did another test with football in January, and we saw that we added some social things that we can move people to another sport. 50% of the people moved from baseball to football. So we tried another thing, which was Talk Oscars, and we found out that we got 4 times more users on Oscar night than we had on Super Bowl. So the next thing we're going to do now is stop playing, and we start for real with baseball at the end of this month. And then we have a lot of things coming down. Why do I think this is big? Is because if you think about advertising, TV is the medium for emotional brand advertising. The issue they have is that they don't know who you are, and they cannot give you something to do. And if you think about the internet advertising, a company like Google built a business on it, they know who you are, and they give you something to do. You search for something, and then you can act on it. You can buy. And so what I think is going to happen is that the two medium will get together, and you will be watching something on TV, and I'll give you the ability to actually buy what you're watching, and I'll give the advertising the ability to see what that you are actually watching and give you things to do, and I'm going to be able to give them a lot of information about people that actually are watching TV. And so you put together the two, and you have the holy grail of advertising. You have billions and billions of dollars, and we want to be the app that you turn on when you turn on TV. So one little thing about the name, Talk TV, it's a little easier than Funambolo. I learned my lesson. The main reason for it is to train the entire country, Italy, to say talk. Because the problem we have is that I think it's talk and walk, and the reality is that the walkie-talkie is what screwed us when we were young. So that's why it's called Talk TV.